Praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, laboring the word and doctrine. Shalom, in peace. May that be unto the elect of the nation of Israel. So in Sirach chapter 12, starting at verse 13, it says, "Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?" All right, so if you see someone antagonizing an animal, like you have them examples of someone provoking a lion, that stupid Benjamite provoking a lion, and then he's getting a bit confused when his whole hand gets nyammed. When his hand gets eaten, bitten up. It's like, come on, man. What can you expect? And these beasts, this is another proof of E's devilry. These beasts are not meant to be in cages. You should be in a cage. Right? That would really bring order. But anyway, who will pity someone, it's antagonizing a beast, a snake charmer? You shouldn't want to be around snakes. And I mean that in every way. It's a beast, man. It's a beast. And it's not like man currently, controls the beast and they have that fear. In the kingdom, there's not going to be any, animals will be in order. Animals will be in perfect order. It talks about that in prophecy, about our children being, basically playing with them. Right, so in a heavenly order, or a kingly order, the beasts are subject to man. But you don't go antagonizing a beast, man. They're powerful for a reason. Right, verse 14, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right, so if you're going to do some, unsavory shit, or you're around that, you're following a multitude to do evil, then you get judged for that evil. No one's gonna be, oh man, I have wrong. That's what people say. The wrong place, wrong time. Jake, but you know full well what you're doing. Wrong place, wrong time. Man, this guy's getting jumped or whatever, and you think, man, I'm not gonna jump him, but I'm just gonna be, about. Man, you know what you're doing, man. Right, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. He'll not tarry goes into wait, or slowing down. I was about to get the word, but I realized Sirach. We don't have the original languages to hand. Right? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Because these ninjas who are like unto brute beasts, Jake in the world, he doesn't have that integrity. So you begin to fall, he will try to overthrow you. Like it talks about when a poor man speak. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And you see that now Jake's increasing in his devilry and demonicness. Right? His demon-like behavior. Okay? Especially with the rise of drill, UK drill. It's like everyone is in, not every single one, but too many. People are in that fucking drill mentality, man. That brute beast ninja mentality. And this is, Jake gets emulated by everyone. So this is on, seemingly all nations, especially the younger ones. Said, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. So he's coming to help you just so he can kick you when you're down. You got to be, Yahawashi said it, beware of men. Okay, beware of men. Here it is. Matthew 10 and 16 says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? So a serpent is very intelligent. Right? Elder Apostle Gabar often speaks about how the serpent is the highest level of wisdom. Right? You can have a serpent on the left-hand side, like E, the predecessor, the pre-saw in Genesis 3 were more subtle, than any beast of the field. And you can also have it in this sense. We're like unto serpents. We have to be very slithery sometimes. You give an answer in a certain manner as not to, you basically answer with an intention. It's not like you just blindly babble. You're trying to convey a certain information, and there might be certain things that you don't need to bring out right at that time. There might be a scenario. For example, if you've got a woman, and something pops off, and she asks you a question, you don't necessarily want to lie to her, but you surmise it, you maybe alleviate any details that stress her out that she can't help with, and it's just gonna, but why is it, it's gonna cause some contention. So again, you're being wise, you're being slithery, you're saying what happened, but there might be certain bits that any contention or unsolved issues that to convey that is really just going to cause stress, cause panic. So you might just leave that out, Now when it comes to the doctrine, when we're giving out the when we're in camp mode, everything, bring it all out. Don't you have to declare the whole counsel of the Most High, But if someone on the job asks you what's your religion or whatever, or it comes up, do you believe in the Bible or something like this, you just say what you need to say. You give a sincere answer if it's a sincere question, but you don't need to start breaking it out, bringing it out and breaking it down. You don't know. Well, when you go into Sirach, the 13th chapter, you don't need to give breakdowns. To all things there's a time. To all things there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Okay, that's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Okay, so there's a time for look, the scripture said we would have healed Babylon, but she would not be healed. Right, so it's not that time. There was a time for Babylon to get built up, for Jake to be in hardcore slavery, which we're still in slavery, but it's not. We don't have the yoke around our neck physically. We'd rather have it around our brain, mental slavery. So there's a time, but now there's a time for Babylon to fall, which the Lord is hastening. Right, so, and all you ninjas, you brute beast ninjas, beware of men, and who will pity anyone that's goes unto a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins. Babylon's going to fall. Okay, because their wickedness has increased. It says the sins have reached unto the heavens. Okay, Revelation 18 and verse 5. For her sins, and this is in the context of the woman, the great harlot, which is Babylon, so-called United States of America. Revelation 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Okay, so there's a time for that. At one time there was a time for E to be the beacon of hope. Now everyone, is beginning to see his lies. That man of sin is being revealed. So with all this going on, wickedness is increasing. As Yahawashi prophesied, the love of many shall wax cold. Because why? Because iniquity shall abound. Unequalness, sin, because of sin. So if you're going into a sinner, don't be surprised if you start getting defiled with his sins. It says, be ye holy. Even as the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is holy, which means to be separate. We're in the world, but we're not of the world. We use the world, but we don't abuse the world. Okay? So I'll keep it short. And I keep saying that, but I will keep this one short. So I'll end it there. On to the next video, Lord willing. Shalom.